What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Football Manager 2023 is on the horizon. As of recording this video, Sports Interactive haven't announced the date for the game, but that doesn't stop us from speculating who are going to be the hot properties in the new game. In today's video, I'm going to show you 11 players that I think you should keep your eye on in Football Manager 2023. All of the players on this list have had a bump up in stats in the real world, and I think that is going to translate in game, and I think they're players that you can go out and sign early on in Football Manager 2023, and you'll develop them and they'll have an impact at your club almost immediately. So let's not waste any time. We've got 11 to rattle through. We're going to have a look at their FM22 profiles. Let's jump on into the list. We are going to kick this list of players to keep your eyes on with a goalkeeper. Yes, his name is Gabriel Slonina. He is a product of the Chicago Fire Youth Academy system. He is a tall, imposing goalkeeper who has turned in some fine performances in the MLS to turn some heads. He has represented the United States of America at youth level from under 15s to under 20s, and in real life he was snapped up in the summer of 2022 by Chelsea in England for around £7 million, and he was immediately loaned back to Chicago Fire to continue his development. Next, we are turning our attention to the defenders, and we're going to start off the defensive line with a left back. And once again, we are going across the pond to the USA, and we are going to show you Caleb Wiley. He is a left back who is a product of the Atlanta youth system, and he was thrust into the first team in real life in 2022 when Atlanta got hit with a spate of injuries. He did not disappoint. He's put in some head-turning performances and has represented the United States at under 17s and under 20s, and has also impressed there. This is a kid that I think has a big future, and despite having to grab his chance, I think he's going to run with the ball literally, and he is going to have a big upgrade in Football Manager 2023, and he will certainly be one to keep your eye on. Next, we are turning our attention to the centre-backs, and the first of two centre-backs is Linus Gechter. He is a tall, imposing 6'3" German centre-back who has come through the ranks at Hertha Berlin. He started in the under-17s and has now made his way to the first team. He is featured at youth level for Germany, and he has featured in their teams from the under-16s to the under-19s. A big, imposing defender who I think has a bright future and should get a good stat upgrade in Football Manager 2023, making him an asset for your team. The next player on the list is also a centre-back, and once again we are heading off to Germany. This is Fabio Chiaroda. Despite coming through the youth system at Wolfsburg, Chiaroda actually has dual nationality, and that means he has represented Italy from under 15s to under 19s. Even though he is young, he is tall, he's versatile, and I think he is a player who has a big future in the game. He switched his allegiance from Germany to Italy. He's a solid centre-back with a growing reputation, and I think he could do really well in Football Manager 2023. The next player up on the list is a right back, and once again we are turning to the Bundesliga. We're returning to Germany, and this time to Dortmund. This is Lion Semic. He joined Dortmund's youth team at a young age and has now started to progress his way through the youth academy, through the youth system, and has ended up in the second Dortmund team. He's currently playing for Dortmund too, and he's surely destined to make the first team in no time at all. He has even represented Germany at youth level from under 16s to under 19s, a player with a big future, and I think he will do well in the brand new game. With a goalkeeper and back four in place, then we are going to turn our attention to the midfielders. We're going to have a defensive midfielder first, and his name is Noah Mbamba. He started his career at Genk in their youth system before he was poached by Bruges. He'll be a bruising defensive midfielder with a lot of power. He plays in that role in the number 6 where he can just break plays up and distribute the ball out from the back. He started the 22-23 season as part of the Bruges first team, and at the time of recording he has played 2 games already. He is also a Belgium under 15 and under 19 international. I think he has a big future in the world game. The next player then is a central midfielder. He is a Danish youth international. he is Zidan Sertdemir. As I said, a Danish international, could also have played for Turkey. He does have a dual nationality, so either of those two countries could be represented. He chose to go with Denmark and started his career in Brøndby in their youth system. He was then snapped up by Nordsjælland, and then he was taken to Germany, to Leverkusen in 2021. He's a left-footed central midfielder, has a bit of a wand of a left foot, and he has represented Denmark at every age group between under 16s and under 19s. As I said, a bit of a wand of a left foot. I think this is a player who will show up in Football Manager 2023, and he will be that midfield wizard that will assist and score goals, and he will generally improve your team. Next, we are turning our attention to some of the more exciting types of footballers, wide players. The first one up can play wide left or wide right. He is Antonio Nusa, a bit of a star in Football Manager 22 already. He's a fast, dynamic winger. He represents Norway and plays his club football at Bruges. Did start his career at Stabæk before he moved in 2021, and he is a true wide man with pace to burn. He will get inside, he will cause havoc for defenders, score the goals too. What more could you ask for? He's played for Norway at under 16s and under 18s, and I think once he breaks into the full national team, you will see the true potential come out in Antonio Nusa. The next player on the list then is another wide man. He is an Argentinian youth player who plays his club football in Italy. He is Luca Romero. As I said, he's an Argentinian youth player with dual Spanish nationality. He's played all his youth football in Spain and got a move from Mallorca to Lazio in the summer of 2021. He plays as a fast, direct winger who will cause defences problems and has represented Argentina at every level from under 15s to under 20s. Next up on the list, we are moving into the attacking areas. This is a player who plays as an attacking midfielder through the centre. He is a Norwegian youth international called Andreas Schjelderup. As I said, Norwegian youth international, product of the Bodo Glimt youth team. He moved to Nordsjælland in 2021 and settled in well. As I record in this video, he had 5 goals in 8 league games in the 22-23 season. He has represented Norway at every level from under 15s to under 21s. I think this kid has a bright future. Hopefully you can unlock that in Football Manager 2023 and he can go on and score goals for fun in whatever team you choose to manage. Last but by no means least on this list is a striker at the top of the pitch. He is Rasmus Hojland. He's a Danish player who worked his way through the Brøndby Academy, got a move to Copenhagen, got the chance once there to show what he could do in the seasons that he was there. Obviously attracted the attention of an Austrian team in Sturm Graz, got a move to Austria and was only there for what seemed like a couple of minutes when an Italian team come calling, and he got a £15 million move to Atalanta. He's settled in really well at Atalanta, playing really good football in real life. Represented Denmark at every age group from under 16s to under 21s. This is a kid with a big future. If you can get him, I think he's going to score you a bag full of goals, and he certainly will improve your team in FM23. That then is the first 11 teenagers that I think you should be keeping an eye on in Football Manager 2023. Obviously, until the game is released, we will not know how good these players are going to be in game. This is all just a rough estimate of what I know of football in real life. I think SI do a great job of converting data from real life into the game, and I think these kids have a chance at being wonder kids both in game and in real life. Before I go, if you see any player that you think deserves to be in one of these 11s, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll be doing another couple of these videos. I'll see if I can include your selection in one of my future videos. But for this one, before I wrap it up, if you're still here, still listening to me, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Go check something else out on the channel. There is plenty for everybody on the channel. We have tactics, tutorials, wonder kids, let's plays. There is something for everybody. And with FM23 not too far away, we're going to be ramping up the FM23 content and going straight into the game as soon as it was released. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. A big thank you for watching.